Oh, hello there. You caught me reading my own book. Actually, I'm going to do a reading for you today from one of the later chapters. This is kind of a funny part of the book. Um, this is like after I talk about all my adventures and all the wild shit I went through in the last year. At the end, I kind of wrap everything up. I talk about my theory on life and what I think is happening with reality and all sorts of things. So this is from kind of the end of the book. If you kind of peruse the chapters, you'll see there's like a lot of meat on the bone. Uh, so this part talks about people in this industry to a certain degree, right? Because there's a lot of spiritual warriors out there, and I'm very wary of charlatans out there that are selling stuff, right? There's quite a few fakers out there, and if you're new into this space, it's hard to tell the difference between the people who, really know what they're talking about and those who don't. And this is kind of a funny thing talking about. Like, I'm not selling anything. I'm not going to start any workshops or, any downloadable classes or anything like that. I'd love it if you bought my book, but really, I even recommend you buy other people's books first. I recommend the Dolores Cannon books, that goddess who once lived among us and walked amongst mere mortals. Um, I recommend Dr. Michael Newton's books and Sarah Landon's books, and so many. I'll put the list down there. I even invite you to read those before mine. It'll help mine make more sense. So anyway, I'll just start reading here. This is, I'm not sure what chapter. This is kind of like in the middle of the chapter. Maybe I should do this paragraph. Okay, yeah, right. Elevating one's vibration is not an smooth reading, Trey. I get most of these in one take, you'll notice. It's mostly just a stream of consciousness, mostly. Elevating one's vibration is not an esoteric concept reserved for the spiritually elite, but a practical guide for living. It encompasses acts of kindness, the nurturing of love, dietary mindfulness, favoring a plant-based regime, allowances for like organic meat and fish, maintaining physical health, immersing oneself in the natural world, and fostering a grounded presence that radiates light. Meditation serves as a conduit for healing and drawing pure energy from the universal source. It's also about being a vessel of service and protecting your energy from those undeserving, thereby igniting a transformative spark in others ready to ascend to a higher frequency, readying themselves for the journey to the new earth. Hurry it up, new earth! How long must we be stuck in these three-dimensional bodies? We're beings of light. There's too much suffering in the world. We demand harmony. What was it George Costanza's dad said? He would go like, Serenity now! Anyway, continuing. I know humans around the world are being awakened and activated in some way. I'm on a mission from God. No, not really. Or maybe God or the source didn't exactly tell me what the mission was. I do have faith that things will become revealed to me over time, just as I am being shown so many things lately. It reminds me of this delightful quote from Douglas Adams. I seldom end up where I wanted to go, but I almost always end up where I need to be. Kind of reminds me that there's something people say at Burning Man, where I've been 11 years in a row. And you always have these expectations when you go in. You go like, well, I didn't get the Burning Man I wanted, but I got the Burning Man I needed. People think it's just like a big party in the desert. You're just getting fucked up all the time. And no, it's like a Joseph Campbell-esque, personal hero's journey in the desert, right? The cave you fear holds the treasure you seek, kind of thing. Anyway, here we go. My non-workshop druthers. Let's be clear. I'm not strutting around with a halo or drafting my own addition to holy text. I'm more of a backstage crew member for the universe, one who's more concerned with ensuring the cosmic play runs smoothly than standing in the spotlight. My lifestyle is modest, powered by the creative fuel of my artistic endeavors, leaving me comfortably detached from the monetary treadmill. You won't catch me hawking enlightenment seminars or peddling workshop transcendence for $99.99. Some other people do indeed do this, and there's probably some good stuff out there. It's just not my bag. Or maybe my bag will change. Who knows? Either way, I've been brainstorming what to call this workshop that may never come to fruition. Here are my ideas so far. And after I go through my incredible workshop ideas, I will tell you about maybe 3 people out there that I trust that aren't charlatans. If you want to dig into this, they do sell like online stuff and you can really learn quite a bit. Okay, here we go. My workshop ideas. There's a lot. Strap in. Strap on. Not strap on. Strap in. Okay. Find your inner 5D galaxy within your chakras of power as you manifest your inner trans goddess or trans god. It's a very woke class. Cosmic alchemy for earthbound deities, transmuting your shadow into a militant vegan stardust. Next one. Galactic mermaid and merman transformation, activating your Atlantean DNA for aquatic ascension, except for not destroying the earth with vaginal crystals part. Yeah, those Atlanteans, they almost had it right. The 9th dimensional dragon's breath, igniting your celestial essence through mythical meditation while picking organic potatoes with hairy legs. Next up. Dance with the cosmos, unlocking the celestial rhythms of your soul for interstellar orgasms via the oft-ignored man nipple. That would be a very niche workshop, but it's okay to go niche. People would be interested in these things. I'm sure I'd get people to sign up. Next one. From chaos to cosmos, organizing your spiritual closet with intergalactic feng shui and secret BDSM area for trauma fun. It's good to role play that trauma, get it out. Next up, the Galactic Gardener's Guide, planting seeds of intention across the universe for a bloom of consciousness, aka Stellar Bukkake Party. That's for my Japanese demographic. I'm actually thinking about moving to Japan. I probably will for at least 6 months. That's another topic. Don't distract yourself, Ratcliff. Okay, next up. Quantum Phoenix Rising. From cosmic ashes to stellar light, embrace your eternal fire, or as we call fire in the astral plane, trans ice. Next up. Quantum Quokka Quest. Smiling your way through spiritual realms with happy marsupial guides. You've seen what a quokka looks like? Adorable. Okay, next up. Harnessing hyperdimensional hummus, vegan victories in the vortex of vitality. Next up. Auric origami, folding your energy fields into 5th dimensional figures for fun and non-physical profit. That's one on manifesting money and stuff like that. It's so funny out there. There's so many people out there selling things about like manifesting money and things like that. If you're just like cool with yourself and take care of yourself and meditating in the flow, like things will just manifest itself. Your higher self is taking care of you and watching out for you. You can talk to them anytime, and you can also ask for help anytime. That's a secret. I mentioned in another one, I have my soul advisor, my soul counsel, who I talk to from time to time, and there's all kind of guardian angels, and there's a whole team of people around us. Like we're the tip of the spear, and I call them Invisible Team Awesome. I put it to music every time to make it fun, and so every morning I get up and I talk to Invisible Team Awesome, thank him for the night and all that stuff. So talk to the Dreamweaver. The Dreamweaver has been weaving some crazy dreams for me lately. I don't know what they all mean, but hopefully my subconscious does. Moving on. Orbital Oolong Ceremony, sipping the stars with spirited space sages. Okay, I only have 5 ideas left. As you see, I have a lot of ideas. Here we go. Alien Ancestry Unveiled, reconnecting your extraterrestrial lineage for universal harmony with optional rectal crystals. I think aliens are into that stuff. A lot of nerve endings back there. Aliens know it. Next up, Stardust Soiree, vegan visions and intergalactic glitter for your gluten-free nipple pasties. Next up, Celestial Stations, singing with the space whales for intergalactic empathy and echo-friendly echoes. Two left. Astral Archaeology, digging through the Akashic records with your ethereal soul shovel. I have some friends that have been able to see their Akashic records. I haven't yet. It's been blocked for me for some reason. That's a whole nother topic. Man, I would love to see them. Are you listening, Invisible Team Awesome? They're always listening. Last one. Zodiac Zoology, petting the cosmic critters and feeding the astral furries on your spiritual safari. As you can see, I'm doing my best to expand my demographic reach to the furries, in addition to other key niche groups. I assume furries are pretty open-minded people, especially because their previous life was probably a rather cuddly and horny pet. Okay, this is a very serious book, as you can tell. I'm a serious literary machine. Okay, which ones do I recommend of people that I trust? I definitely trust Richard Rudd and his Gene Keys. He has a great book, and he has some online courses as well. There's another gal that I met personally. Her name is Gabby Kovalenko. I think that's how you say it. It's one of those weird Eastern European names. She has an incredible YouTube channel, and I think she's just releasing some stuff now that you can get. She's, to me, one of these third wave of volunteers for a New Earth, if you've read that book by Dolores Cannon. Her YouTube videos are incredible, and she just gets on there and she kind of just channels. She's kind of just does like, it's just smooth, and she speaks wisdom, and she's super young. She's like 23, but like she knows so many things. One of these old souls, and yeah, so she's real deal. I trust her. And then a third, I have more that I could, just off the top of my head. The third one is Sarah Landon, who wrote The Wisdom of the Council, and her new one, You Are a Channel. And she sells stuff on her thing, on her website too. I really trust her as well. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not talking shit too much about this spiritual community, but you know how they can be a little too much sometimes. It reminds me, I go to a lot of these, I go to many things. I've been to many ayahuascas and sweat lodges and many drum circles and all kinds of things. And then you always get like a certain number of these spiritual warriors there, right? That are like super serious. And really what's happened, I think in a lot of these cases, they're often the ones with like way too many bracelets or too many beads, and they're just like, staring bullets into your eyes and having like super serious conversations all the time. Like, tell me about your dad issues, things like that. And I think what's happened with a lot of these people is, God love them. I mean, it sounds like I'm being judgy. I love everybody wherever they are in their path. Is a lot of times they might have had a very strong ego in some other category of life. And then, like, let's say they were like a swimmer. I don't know. It's a very random thing. Let's say they were like really awesome at swimming and they won all this stuff in college or whatever. And they got kind of a big ego. And then they discover spirituality, and they kind of transfer that ego into the spirituality. And then they like over identify with that, right? I think it's not good to over identify with anything, right? With your nation, with an idea, with being a victim, with a religion, with a group, because that becomes like a story that you tell yourself and you tell other people. And
when you over-identify with a particular group, what you're really doing is you are separating yourself from the whole. And we're all in this thing together. Like I've said in my other videos, we all chose to come down here to Earth. We chose this life. We chose this thing. And we all roped each other into it. Things are going to get rough for a while, but they're going to get better. There's a big setup coming, and everything's going to turn out awesome. The whole world has been set up to make it look like it's an impending disaster, and there will be disasters. But, you know, out of all that, something amazing is going to happen. I am sure of it. So hang in there. I got your back. Love you guys. If you have any questions or ideas for other videos, let me know. I'll just keep making them. Obviously, I can do this stuff forever. All right. Love you all and see you next time. Ciao, Bella.